Live. So today's kind of been interesting. I had plans made to go out and go shopping and just kind of get out, but it is raining and I don't know. I guess it rained last year now that I'm thinking about it on my birthday, but the years before that it didn't. But last year I had kind of an event, a party that I threw. So this year's a bit more mellow. But anyway, I was hoping to go out and it's just been thwarted. I do have to go out tonight, so I'm hoping that the rain stops. And I did get a Starbucks beverage when I went out briefly today. So I guess I've been out. I went and got coffee. I didn't really go out and get coffee. I went to like the grocery store where like I got food from the deli and like a piece of cake and then a coffee from the coffee shop. It was kind of like, one stop. My phone is ringing. Hello?
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not really up for anything else. I mean, it's raining and okay. Um, I'm taking transit. Yeah, I'll be okay. I have it all planned out. Yes, they run till like 1 or 2 in the morning. Oh well, oh well. Yes, it's quite modern. It's almost European in its efficiency here. Well, yeah, I can't really talk, so I do need to. Yes, hi. I can't really talk. Is there anything else you wanted to? Okay. Well, yeah, I'm planning to get there at 6:30, so I'll see you then. Okay. Bye. It's the second time like I went live and then my phone rings. But hi, yeah, I am going out later. I didn't want to though. I've been kind of like not that excited about this birthday. I think maybe last year it was just I did too much, and then this year it was like, why don't you just pull all of your energy back in and not be so extroverted on your special day because it's going to take too much out of you. But I don't know, it's the push and pull every year. Whatever we do, it never seems right. But anyway, yeah, because I thought I'd go live. I'm working in my coloring book. I do have a little cold brew from Starbucks, so I'm doing well in that regard. I don't know. I feel like I wonder too if it's like even numbers or odd numbers like every year. Last year I was really excited about turning 37, but being 38 this year I'm kind of like it's not as good. There's no 7 in it. It's 8. It's like but I don't know. I did see a picture of myself from 12 years ago, actually, today as well. Like, you know how Facebook is, where it brings up old memories. 12 years ago, I went to see a David Bowie cover band with my roommates, friends, but also, we were friends before we became roommates. So we went out to this show. Where was it? It was like someplace off of 2nd Avenue, and I got all glammed up. Like, I saw my makeup. I remember the lip gloss I had on, because honestly, that was my favorite lip gloss I ever had. And they don't have it anymore available, unfortunately. So it was a Smashbox, like 3-in-1 little lip palette, and it had these incredible, sticky, long-lasting, gorgeous color lip glosses that just, for whatever reason, worked with my natural color to just create these very splendid lips. And obviously, as you age, your lips kind of go down in volume a bit, which is why women are always getting them, plumped up. But yeah, as I was looking at that photo of myself, I'm like, I see it's me, but like, I don't know. I feel like something about me seems younger than that picture from 12 years ago. And I think maybe it was just life was a lot, more difficult at that time, maybe. So I think I just felt the weight of things a lot more. I don't know. It's interesting reflecting, though, and like seeing a picture of yourself and kind of reflecting on it. Like, okay, 12 years ago on my birthday. I saw some other photos too. It was an interesting little retrospective that I got when I went into Facebook today. So anyway, pretty boring day though, apart from that. I did get to sleep in. I have had, a number of people wish me a happy birthday in various forms, messages and texts and even some calls. So that's been nice. It's nice to get remembered. But I do feel, I don't know, this time every year, it's like such a weird day. I don't know. It's important to reflect on, I think, but sometimes we can go overboard with it too. And then some are bigger deals than others. I think, certain ages are more exciting to reach than others. Maybe that's how I was feeling, as I was reflecting on being a whole year older. And then I was thinking, okay, well, I'm close to a whole other decade now. And that's kind of daunting as well. I had some of those thoughts like, oh, in 2 years' time, I'm going to be 40. Like, wow, that's a big thing to contemplate, like being at the end of your 30s and thinking like, I don't know. I remember hearing that some women in my family referred to their 30s as their dirty 30s, because I guess it was a time when things fall apart for them or things are going downhill in certain regards. But I think my 30s have been like way better than my 20s ever were, or my teens. Like, my teens were horrible. It was so awkward and so, just like such a cringy time that. And yeah, my 20s as well, they were just so tough. And the start of my 30s was pretty tough too, but they've gotten better over time. Like, and I feel, yeah, I've had things happen. Like my body does not work as well as it used to, I think. But I don't know. I just feel a lot freer than I did when I was younger. I feel a lot healthier, happier, saner, you know, just more secure as well. So to me, it's been a wonderful time. I don't think, you know, when it's over, I'm going to reflect on it badly. But who knows, maybe the future will be so bright that I'll like look back and think, wow, my 30s were so cringe. But that's a good thing, you know, if you can look back and not long for the past, I think that's a good thing as well. Like that's incredible. As I don't at all. I don't look backwards in my life to my youth and think, oh yeah, that's preferable to now, because it wasn't at all. It was difficult, and yeah, maybe I'm kind of blessed in that way. I think that's a true blessing, to be more hopeful about one's future than, you know, nostalgic for one's past. My phone just went off. Oh, for God's sakes. What do they mean it doesn't start till 7:30? It does start at 7:30. It's rough. It's rough. Now I gotta message my friend and tell her. Okay. Oh. Pardon me. See, this is what I wanted to avoid on my birthday. Like, the only reason I'm even going to this thing is that all of my friends were like, oh yeah, I'm going to this. I want to go to this. And then I'm like, oh, you're all going to go to this thing on my birthday? And no, you're not without me. I was not having that. I was like, oh, you're all going to hang out without me on my birthday? I don't think so. If y'all are getting together, you better be, you know, centering it around me on my special day. So, but it means I can't just have a completely self-indulgent day, you know, for better or worse. It's been nice though today. I did take, you know, a couple of days off to celebrate and kind of just center myself. I have to do that. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's because there's so many emotions one goes through during a birthday that you just need to somehow give yourself some time so that you can process all of the various emotions you have about being born. currently I am working in my coloring book. I did show this in a previous stream. It is the Bible coloring. I just found it at the grocery store. You know how they have that, like some stores have that tiny little book section that hardly has any books and it has like magazines in it. Well, I found this there and I was like, why not? But anyway, this is the piece I'm currently coloring. I'm doing the lettering in gold and silver. And then I'm going to pick some colors for the border. It's like a scroll with some leaf imagery and whatnot. Some of the images, you know, I'm less fond of than others, obviously. I'll show you the one I was working on in the past couple weeks. Well, yeah, this is one I did. I think I did this one when I was live. I worked on it quite a bit, finished it on its own. But there was like another cross image that I colored in as well. This one, I really liked the colors I chose. They're like peach, orange, reds, pinks. Very nice together. It obviously has more coloring to be done, but I'll come back to it when I feel like it. Hi, Weird Beatnik. Oh, happy belated birthday to you, Capricorn gang. That's wonderful. Happy birthday. Yeah, I got a piece of cake. It wasn't birthday cake. It was a red velvet cake. It was a little dry, but I ate the whole thing. I didn't intend to eat the whole thing, but it did happen. And you know what? I was just like, okay, well, we'll let it go since it's my birthday. Yeah, but I am caked out now. No more cake for me. It was very sweet. The icing wasn't, I don't know. It could have been a nicer piece of cake. I just thought red velvet that it might have like a cheesecake frosting, but the frosting was not cheesecake. And the cake was a little dry, so alas. But I still managed to eat the whole thing, so it can't have been that bad. And you know what? Earlier today, I also, before taking some time, I watched the first episode of Upstairs Downstairs, which is, you know, one of my favorite shows. I watch it all the time. But there was this, in the first episode, I hadn't watched it in so long. I think I skipped it the last time I did, you know, a marathon watching of the show, which I just see that as like, you know, playing it start to finish pretty much. I didn't actually start at the beginning though. I think I started on like the third or fourth episode. So I skipped those first few episodes of the series. Anyway, watching it again today was just like, I got pulled in, you know, when the acting is just so good, you get pulled into something. I like put my hand over my heart and I watched as the actress, I think Pauline Collins is the one who played Sarah. So she's been caught stealing. She stole a bird and like went out and sold from the larder. She took a bird from their larder and went and sold it because she saw the cook do something similar. Oh my God. So she comes back. They're all onto her, like the butler and the cook and some of the other staff who are present in the servants' hall. Oh my goodness. So, you know, they ask her about it. She reveals what she's done. she shows like some contrition, and then the butler, brings out the Bible and asks her to write down, is it the seventh commandment that we shall not steal? Anyway, yeah, he asked her to write it down, like 11 times, and give it to the cook. And then she says this, she's like, I can't. And and then they keep like trying to press her to do it. And she's like, I can't. She's like, it's just, and then she like lets out like this wail. She's like, I can't write. And so they all find out that this like girl who's been putting on all these airs and acting like ridiculous and superior has this complex because she's illiterate. Like, she never went to school. She never had any learning. And she kind of, it's so sad. Like, I put my hand over my heart. I was like, no, poor Sarah, she can't write. And they find this out about her, like, and she's so upset, they forgive her and they agree not to tell the family what she did. Oh my God. I can't believe I skipped over that the last time I watched the series. I was just like so pulled in by it. And I think also too, people kind of settle into characters as series go on. It happens with like any series. But the first few episodes, you can kind of see the actors doing things that seem out of character, doing or saying things that seem somewhat out of character. Or you just kind of get more depth about the character watching it because, they're kind of stretching out the boundaries of this particular character they're playing and how they would respond. They don't really know until they've acted it. I think most actors don't know until they've acted it for a while who the character really is. It's like you have to act it to meet the character. I have recommended it a million times, and you still have yet to watch Upstairs, Downstairs. Come on. Although, to be honest, I don't think it's for everyone, but, the show was immensely popular. It was a cultural force in its time. So, and so many other shows that have come about since it really draw on its legacy. There were many stories in Downton Abbey that were taken out of Upstairs, Downstairs. And done much worse. Done much worse, I must say. I think the thing with Downton Abbey is the thing that that I had struggles with the series is how modern a lot of it seemed to me. If that makes sense. Like the attitudes, some of them seemed, kind of archaic and old-fashioned, but there were a lot of things in the series that really seemed very modern and not in any way how people would have responded or acted in certain circumstances. So I don't know. I always just found the show kind of like it was missing the mark sometimes of showing these people who they would have been. But I think in the Upstairs, Downstairs, when it came out, you know, a lot of them, the actors had grown up knowing people that had been in service. So maybe it's just the time difference. People don't really realize the extent of how much our culture has changed in some ways. Like the rigidity and strictness that people used to have hammered into them really doesn't exist anymore. You always wanted to be an actor, make movies. You could do both. You could star in your own movies. You don't care for modernism that much. Now, modernism is a broad term. What do you mean by modernism? What about the modern era do you not like? There's a lot about the modern era that I do like. You know, it's hard to say always. There can be aspects of it that I think we lack, something that our predecessors had that was important, but I also think like it is a big privilege to be alive in this time that we are. We have so much comfort and access and ease that, you know, many generations just never experienced. We have a lot more free time than our ancestors did to follow our own interests and passions. There's a lot about the modern era that's wonderful. So yeah, but you know, nothing is perfect, you know, any way you go. Like every era has its own challenges, I think. Okay, yeah, I understand this too. I understand this too because I know some modern things, but I really don't keep up with everything I could. I don't know who a lot of the famous people are anymore. Like there's so many of them I have no idea about. Actors, actresses, music people, pop stars. I really don't have a familiarity. And of course, there's a tendency. I know a lot about other eras. But I think, too, a lot of it's just like I know about what I like. But who knows? There could be lots of things out there that I could like that I'm not exposed to because I'm not making an effort to keep up with the culture. Because most of it just horrifies me, you know. Most of it is just like weird and alienating. There we go. There we go. All right. I've got my gold and silver in. This could probably be going over again. So here we are. The lettering is now complete. That's true. People don't really care about the beatniks anymore, do they? I mean, they haven't been popular for a long time. People haven't really, they don't really keep up with it. That's a whole, section of pop culture that no one seems to mind much about anymore. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I haven't seen anyone else calling themselves a beatnik, so you do have a point about that. I can't think of one. You're the only beatnik I know. Oh, hi. From Senegal. Oh, wonderful. I've known some people from Senegal over the years. There were quite a few in my high school. They had just come over at that time. I'm glowing. Thank you. Yeah, I did put on my highlighter today, but yeah. I had fun doing my makeup this morning. I had a ball with it. I was inspired to go a little extra. I knew what I was going to be wearing. I already had my outfit picked out. So doing the makeup was pretty simple, just getting it on right. But I think I did okay. The lips are a little bit difficult. It's hard in winter. I want to have a little bit of a, it's so easy for your lips to get dried out, you know what I mean, in the winter months. So I try to keep them hydrated. I try to wear less, drying lipsticks, but most of my favorite colors and formulas are like liquid matte lipstick. So lipstick's been a little bit interesting today. It's kind of come off a bit. I might have to retouch it before I go out. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, I hope it's very good for you there, moving there in the spring. They speak French in Senegal, right? Yeah, the culture war in the US is quite, Vaseline is good. Yeah. Maybe I do have a little tub of it. I could just keep it because I have some that I keep in the bathroom, but I could keep some on my vanity area and then just kind of make sure to moisturize my lips when I do the rest of it. I used to be more of a hippie, but I quit being one, not because I disagree with the message of peace, but just because I've noticed with the modern movement, it's just to do a fashion. Well, I mean, I don't know. What is a hippie? I mean, when I think of a hippie, I don't really think about the fashion so much. You know what I mean? I mean, the thing about hippies, there were some aspects of their fashion that was, I guess, emulable, but in this modern time, like so many different styles are available for us to kind of pick from. I think there's a little bit of bleed over into everything. It's not hard for us to cultivate a style in the modern era. And style is important. Don't knock style. Style says a lot. It conveys a lot about a person. Under the eyes and on the lips. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll keep my little tub of Vaseline over there. I do need to keep up with the lips because they just get dried out so easily. I don't even go out that much, but still they get something about the air changes in the winter. I don't know. It just makes everything so much drier. There's a lot I have to do in the winter just to try to keep up with the skin. But I have to say it's somewhat nice. I hadn't really been moisturizing like I like to. Like I used to. I used to have this like really intense moisturizing routine, and I've kind of been getting back into it again. Yeah, it's been nice. It's been nice. Like I forgot about how nice it is to like just take all that time to properly treat your skin, all of it. So that's been something nice about winter. I have to say, kind of getting back in touch with those routines of maintenance and care. It's a loving time, I think, in a lot of ways, when we kind of have to go in and be inside and be more internally focused. We have to find ways of bringing the warmth to ourselves. And a lot of that is just, those little extra moments of care, like rubbing the oil into the skin, having the different moisturizers, and being conscious about the products we're using too, because like some things are more drying, just having to figure out too, like with my hair, I have to keep on that as well in the winter months because it's so much more easily damaged and, it deals with different things from the weather. Well, have a good time at the movies. Have fun. Thanks for wishing me a happy birthday. And yes, yeah, you're fine, Weird Beatnik. You are fine. You're welcome here in the chat anytime. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful time. Winter is very, very special. But I am bummed it's raining today, I have to say. I wanted to go shopping. I wanted to go out on the town, go shopping. I had a couple of stores I wanted to hit up. Some more little presents to get myself. I did order myself a couple of presents for my birthday, and they have yet to come, even though I ordered them, a while ago. But apparently one will be coming in the next week, should be delivered. And the other one was actually got some hair extensions, some not hair extensions, but those feather hair extensions that were popular, I don't know, like 10 years ago or so, maybe 12 years ago. I got some of the black and white rooster tails, and I was going to put a few in my hair just as a kind of like, pop, because I loved those when they came out. My hair was a bit short, so I couldn't really get the real effect of it, but now that it's long, I can. And I'm definitely down to bring that back into style because I don't know. It just looks cool. It looks really good. I remember years ago seeing an article that like Roseanne Barr wrote, and I think it was like a letter to Dave Chappelle or something. I bet I'm going to look it up now and see if I can share the picture, just because I'd like to look at the picture again of her. But she had like the most the way her extensions were done in her hair, the feather extensions, it just looked gorgeous, especially like with her graying hair. Roseanne Barr. Yeah, let's see if I can find that article. Well, a lot of people attacking her. Yeah, a lot of people talking about it, but not. So much from 2023. This was like years ago. This might be it. Oh, yeah, but I don't see the photograph of her, unfortunately. How disappointing. Maybe if I look in images. No. Let's see. Roseanne Barr, 2011, I think it came out. God, 2011. Yes, I think this is the image here. Yep. Okay, I found it. Can I make this bigger? I don't know. Oh, that'll be a big change. No snow. I can't stand snow. Snow is very awful to me. They said we're going to get some this year, like later this month, maybe, or even maybe this week. Oh dear, I better actually now think about that, because I need to plan for snow. I don't like to go out in the snow if I can help it. Let's see, what are they saying about the week? Next Tuesday, they think there's a possibility of snow. Okay, so I just have to make sure that I have groceries in the house by the weekend so I can get through if it does snow. Oh, what a bummer. I don't like snow. I'm happy for you. No snow. It's not. It's cute and everything, but I'm too fragile for snow. I really am too delicate for it. I don't know. It's so rough to deal with. It's so. It's cold. It's the sun. The way the sun hits it as well. Ugh, it's blinding. It's not nice. It just traps you in. It's cold. Do not like snow. Okay, well, I was going to share this photo, although that photo is kind of small. It is the photo, though, I was looking for. All right, well, we'll just open it up. Okay, so I'm going to share this. Just take myself. We'll just So you see, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty small. Can I make it bigger? Where is my? I don't know if I have that on my screen. On my keyboard, yeah, I'm not seeing it. How do I make it bigger? Right, okay. There we go. Whoops. Oh dear. But yeah, you can see in her hair, she has these like lovely feather extensions. She actually has some extra colors in that. So I was looking at, now that my hair is a bit longer, putting in some. I just think it's such an exquisite photo. I remember when it came out, I was really stunned. It looked so good on her with her graying hair. And anyway, I am looking forward to getting some in my hair. I do have some silver in my hair on the sides here. So depending on how it is done, how I've crafted my hairstyle, I can kind of play with those layers that I have. So I think that would be kind of fetching for, a little while, play with that again. It was a style I really liked. I thought it looked good on so many people. But like I said, my hair was pretty short at the time. I did get some shorter rooster feathers. I remember putting a few in my hair, but it just didn't look the same. And I actually had I didn't have the very thin rooster tails. So this time I got the very thin strips to put in as extensions. So that'll be something fun I do this week with my hair. And I'll be sure to wear it down and kind of properly coiffed. Oh dear, here it is. I just knocked everything over. Oh dear. Okay. Put the lights back up. Oh dear. Okay, where was the page I was on? I think it was this one. Yeah. I tell you, they do not make it easy. Okay. But yeah, I said, like I was saying, I got myself for my birthday. I was bringing that up because I was talking about the gifts I got myself. So that was a little gift, something fun to kind of do. And then I got myself a neon sign, like a lot of live streamers, YouTubers have in the background. So I ordered a sign and I'm going to be kind of redesigning my wall here and having it in the background. So it'll be on display as part of my background imagery for my videos. So yeah, that was something cute that I got myself. Apart from that, I don't really know that I'm going to be getting any more presents for myself. I did think about getting some some like slimes, like you, the little jars of slime that people play with, getting a few of those to play with. But I don't know. I haven't, so I probably won't. We'll see. I just enjoy looking at them, the videos of them. They look really fun to play with, I guess. I don't know. They're pretty popular videos here on YouTube and other platforms I've seen. I don't like the ones, though. I saw this one slime video, and they're just done as like ASMR videos. But this girl was putting she was like destroying a ton of like makeup and putting nail polish and other things like that into the slime while she's making, or while she's, so then she ends up mixing it all together. And of course, like, it's this disgusting mess. Oh, thank you, Kiara. Hi, Ron. Oh, yeah, I'd love to. I know, just to encourage you, I'd love to watch something like that. Like, I would love to. I used to follow a lot of blogs of expats back in the day. So when you do, please send me a message, and so I know about it, so I can subscribe to you right away, because I would love to hear about living in Senegal. Like, it's always been a place of interest to me. Yeah, I just would love to hear it, your experiences. I don't know, it's just, you learn so much about being an American, when you are not in the US. You know what I mean? Like, in my experience, I didn't really understand my identity as an American until I'd really visited other places and seen, the difference in the way the culture had shaped me as a person versus other people. So I don't know. I'd love to see that from you. And, all I can say really is just to get started. Don't be a perfectionist. Don't worry too much about things. I have to let go. I have so many times when I think about my channel and saying the wrong thing, like, oh, did I say that the right way? Did I do something, like, did I commit a faux pas? Oh, I shouldn't have probably said that. Oh, I probably revealed too much there. Like, really, don't be in your head about what you're doing, because that will it will disrupt your creative process. So just don't aim for perfectionism, but aim to get things done in a timely, fashion. Figure out what you're comfortable doing, like how much, editing you want to do, what your style is. Style is so important as well. Like, for you, more than anything, you are more important, like, as a figure in the channel than anything else you're doing. So just keep that in mind. Understand, like, what your specific style is, your persona to a certain degree. Understand that you will develop a persona to some degree, and that you don't always have to live up to it. But it will be there, and it will be something that you do need to kind of understand and work with, and understand that other people will have a perception of you that you're not really responsible for. So you just have to, kind of accept that. Also know that you're going to get people, like, messing with you a bit. Like, just know that, like, and just be careful. Like, don't give too much energy to certain comments, you know, and try not to let them get to you as well. Dee Dee, that's so nice. Thank you. You're sweet. Oh my goodness. Dee Dee. Shout out to Dee Dee. Everybody go subscribe to Dee Dee if you are not. She has a really fun channel, like really fun. And really positive chat too. Like the live chat in there is really friendly and stimulating. Very, very nice. So anyway, thank you, Dee Dee. That's so sweet. Thank you for wishing me a happy birthday. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, you don't have to be different in some places. Isn't that funny how that works? Like some places people just, you know, you aren't called a name for knowing basic things. I find that I dislike that term so much. I really do. Like, I really do. It's so like grating to get called a name because I think differently than you about something. And I don't really think differently than you about it. It's just, you know, I'm not trying to placate other people with my opinion. So I hope it's good for you. Yeah, I mean, I'm not that tech savvy either. You can figure out most things though. It's pretty self-explanatory. And YouTube has a lot, like they do offer a lot of content for YouTubers. Like I don't utilize it enough, but they really do have really instructive videos when you're getting started about things to do. And it's just a way to learn more skills as well. You know, recording is pretty easy. There's a lot of different things you can do. For me now, lately, I've been using a streaming service to record because it's the easiest thing for me to just go live. When I have time, I get to interact with my people, you know, and it's just easier than like sitting down and planning and pre-recording. And you know, for me with my recording style anyway, I tend to just sit and talk. So I like this because it's a little bit more interactive. I get to record something. I get to talk to people while I'm doing it. It helps evolve the conversation. So, I mean, you can do streaming. You can do pre-recorded. You know, you can edit things together pretty easily using different technologies. YouTube even has a bit of editing. There was a bit of my last video, for example, that I had to edit out, just like my friend called me when I was on stream. So I cut that bit out because you could hear her. And so YouTube makes it pretty easy to figure out. And a lot of it is just, you just have to like kind of explore. I would say when you go into like the studio on YouTube, you just need to explore all the different features and kind of familiarize yourself. And don't be intimidated by it, you know, because at the end of the day, it's, you know, it's meant to be accessible to anyone. You know, this technology really is accessible to anyone. You just have to figure it out, you know. And if you can operate a computer, if you can operate a phone, you can figure it out. And phones make it really easy to record videos as well. I'll say that, you know. I know a lot of my content in the past has just been recorded on my phone. Record it on your phone and upload it. You can download certain softwares as well on your phone to help you edit videos more. Sometimes you can edit them a bit just in the phone itself. It's pretty simple, you know, it really is. Just explore, you know, familiarize yourself. Yes. I mean, yeah, I don't know. My channel is, I've had it for a long time. You know, I've been on YouTube a long time. I don't have a massive following, but that's okay because I have a pretty, you know, that's the other thing about your stuff. Don't like compare it to anybody else. The other thing I would say though too is like be sure to make regular content. When you take a break from making content, like that really can mess up your channel. People will stop being interested. It's funny how it works, but yeah, you'll stop getting interested, and YouTube will not promote you the way they would if you were producing regular content. So just be sure to not take really long breaks with your content. Be uploading something on a regular basis. It doesn't have to be every week, but maybe every 2 weeks, you know, just keep a good schedule with your content as well. Any messages? What the heck? What the heck? This guy sent me a friend request today and he sent me a message and like, I don't know if he said like good morning or something like that. I said hello back. I didn't accept his friend request because I don't know who he is. Anyway, and then, but we do have a mutual friend. So I'm kind of like, do I know this person and just not recognize him? We have this mutual friend, but the mutual friend is somebody I know from middle school. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like our lives aren't like seriously intertwined now. I enjoy keeping up with him, but you know, I haven't seen him since I don't know, 20 years, over 20 years. No, it's probably been 20 years since I've seen him. Yeah. But anyway, weird. But yeah, this guy's just messaging me. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't know who you are. Why do you want to talk to me? How do you know me? Super awkward. Super awkward. I feel like it's weird too. Like, don't messages usually go? I don't know. It's weird to me. Like what messages I'll receive and then what ones will go into like some forgotten folder that I find or dredge up 6 years later. Like, have you ever noticed that with messaging? I try to remember, but I don't know. It's just interesting who gets through and who doesn't. Oh, I'm working in my Bible coloring book. Has the passage Matthew 5:14. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. So yeah, I did the writing in gold and silver, and now I'm coloring in some of the leaves. Your Facebook got hacked the other day. Oh, I hope he doesn't try to hack me. I think he's just, you know, some guy that saw me and, you know, thinks I'm pretty or something. I don't know. That's all I can think of because I don't know who he is. And I'm not trying to sound, I don't know, but I just think that might be it. A hunch. I don't know for sure. I just, because it's just, when some random person messages you and is like, hi, how are you? I'm like, I'm confused why this random person is messaging me and immediately asking me how I'm doing. It's kind of like, huh? Strange. I don't know. Maybe it isn't strange, but I think it's strange for some reason. But yeah, I won't be clicking on any links. Yeah, I'm coloring with gel pens. I kind of wanted a thicker color. The last couple ones I've done were in colored pencil. So I think having something a bit more vibrant is nice. But yeah, there's a lot of weirdos in the world, so I don't know. I get messaged by people randomly too, just because of my channel or like different chats I'm in, that kind of thing. I'll get people that contact me for various reasons. So, but this one's just a little strange. I'm wondering. Maybe I could write to our mutual person. I could be like, hey, who's this guy? Do you know why he's messaging me? Did you know our mutual friend was messaging me? Well, not mutual friends, because obviously I didn't add him as a friend, but the mutual person that we both seem to know. I could just message him, my old middle school friend. Hey, one of your male friends is messaging me. Does he have good intentions? Do you know his intentions? Yeah, that's true. They are. It went really nicely, especially like the golds and silver color. It was good. Oof, that is strong. Strong. But I have to stay up late tonight because I'm going out in the evening when I should be in bed. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like refigure out my routing too, because I'd already come up with a plan. So now I'm gonna have to refigure the time. It's kind of a drag. What can you do? Oh well. I realized there's one gift I haven't gotten myself that I get myself every year, and it's a new planner. Oh my, that is something I'm gonna have to think about. Ugh, I wish I could have gone shopping today. Let me check the time. Because I am going to another part of town. There might be something I can head up over there. I don't think I could get a planner, but there's a dollar store over there that I haven't been to in years. So it might be kind of fun to go into again. Let's see, when are they open till? Oh, come on, what are your business hours? It does not say. Oh, that's good to know that one's still out there. I think this must be it. So, yeah, that would be it. Okay, they're open till 8. So I could go a little early. See what they have. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. I don't get to go there very often, so they may have something. Yeah, that one I did use. This was one I used to go to way back in the day. But you know, you always find interesting like little things there to kind of, and they do have interesting cleaning products too, like pretty nice cleaning products. Well, at least it's not too freezing. Says it's gonna stop raining for a few hours while I'm out, but then it's gonna rain in the evening. Hello, Thiaba Diallo. Did I turn 25 today? What? What are you talking about? 25? I already revealed my age. I already talked about it at the start, the aging process and my feelings about that, how just gaining a whole new year on the self, it can be very, you know, stressful, daunting process. Thank you. But you know, that's not an age thing. They have, thank you. Thank you. Y'all are too nice. Y'all are too nice. I don't think you need to worry about aging anytime soon. I'm aging just like anybody else is. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. That's not, at least not the beauty thing about it. You know, I don't think that's, I'm not worried about that so much. There's other aspects of aging that I worry about, you know, a bit more than that. So, but yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I was looking at a picture of me from 12 years ago, kind of being like, I look better now, which is a nice feeling. It really is a nice feeling to like see 12 years ago and to think, you know what? I'm much happier now. I'm much more happy with my appearance and everything now. Although my makeup did look nice. Thank you. Yeah, no, I understand. You're being sweet. Y'all are being very nice and complimentary about my appearance. Thank you. But I think with aging, it's something that we notice more than other people do, just because we're so much more intimate with our own faces. So we notice the little subtle differences. in our skin and little lines that start to form around certain places, the way the mouth wrinkles up a bit more when we make certain movements, all of those things. You know, I notice these things. They don't disturb me terribly. It just feels like my face has been lived in a bit, you know. It's more comfortable to me now than it was. It's kind of become, I don't know, more broken in, if you will. The face is broken in. Thank you. That's sweet. That's sweet of you to say. That is sweet of you to say. Thank you. That's very complimentary. Thank you. I think, you know, that's where beauty comes from. It's not, you know, that is really where the source of it is. Comes from inside, because beauty isn't really so much what we see, it's how what we see makes us feel, you know. I think sometimes we forget that beauty it's a feeling we have, or maybe an orientation we have towards something. Beauty kind of brings out strong feelings. Beauty is a power too. I was thinking about that. It has like a real power over the imagination. Which is why I think, you know, people are very suspicious of it, resentful of it. They try to diminish its power, that kind of thing, or they try to denigrate it, disrespect women for utilizing it, even though it's one of those things in the world that does confer some level of power to us. Obviously, it's not the only thing, but I tell you, you know, you go out looking nice, that you're going to get much better treatment. And I think a lot of it has to do with, it's just how you treat yourself as well. People perceive that you treat yourself well and you take a lot of time and care into yourself. Like, as a result, it kind of raises everybody's standards a bit. And thank you for wishing me a happy birthday. Thank you. Dang. Thank you. Thank you. I have met Vol. Vol is quite sweet. Yes. I'm very happy to be acquainted with the people I here on YouTube, especially the artists I've met in the past year. So many cool folks with cool channels and very cool art. I think I'm about to take a break with this coloring. That's how it is. I can only color in one of these for so long before I get bored, you know. I think it was time to put it away. I was putting away some of my art yesterday, I think. Yeah, before my friends came over, I was putting some of my art away, and I still have a few other pieces over here to my right, it looks like, that I need to sort through and put away. Oh, we'll have a good time out. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for the blessings. Yeah. A whole new year upon us, huh? A whole new year. It's a beautiful thing. It is a gift. I haven't seen that color in a while. Yeah, I've got some of my metallic colors in here. Moonlight. There was this time I bought all these different packages, like Jelly Roll pens. And now I'm kind of just sorting through them like, what have we here? I'm wondering if I'm happy what I've done here, but now I'm thinking maybe I'll turn it on its side. That might help, yeah. Helps a little. It's like 6 blocks up the street, though. Sorry, I'm thinking about my evening plans. I'm wondering if I really want to do all that. Oh, how funny. I'm just not an evening person, you know. I'm like a daytime person, and that's the thing about winter. The night falls so much earlier that I kind of I just fall into it really well. You know, I don't really want to go out of that rhythm. And so when I have to, or I don't have to, but I did buy tickets, so I feel obligated. But yeah, when I do go out in like the winter, it's just so much more to deal with. The dark itself is, you know, something that you have to kind of deal with, and I have to be careful about visibility, you know, because I am, you know, I just have to be safe. It can be difficult sometimes, and that people don't always see you right away. And even though I try to stand out as much as possible, and I'll be wearing light colors, you know, it's still something I don't like to go very far in the cold and dark. Just isn't very appealing. I'm liking how this is turning out. It's looking kind of layered. Quite exciting. And you know what I'm realizing? I do want to fix my setup here soon. Like I want to move my desk around and kind of set it up a little bit differently so that this space is just a little bit more separate from the rest of the living room area. And now I'm thinking about it. It would be cool to kind of set it up so that I have two cameras again. Because I used to do that back in the day when I would do my drawings. And I do think that's kind of a fun thing to do when you're hanging out. You get to kind of experience more. I know Paul does that. He usually has two cameras on his Saturday morning stream. It would be something, it would be nice for me to utilize that again because I did enjoy that. And I did also enjoy watching myself back and kind of seeing my process. What's outside my window? There's another building. What do you mean? My balcony? My balcony is outside my window. Some balcony furniture, that kind of thing. And then across the way, another apartment building. I do like this. West Coast, best coast, obviously. Yes, the West Coast and all of its charms. A beautiful gray January day on the West Coast. I don't really like cold brew, but it seemed like it would be good. That's how it always is, though. It always seems like it's going to be better than it is. And then I get it, and then I'm kind of like, but I don't know. The rest of their coffee is, I don't know, too sweet. It's not that this isn't sweet, but. Oh, thank you, S.A. Brady. That's nice. That's nice of you to pop in and say that. So here we have so far my little figure. We'll be adding some color onto the drawing now. The beautiful west coast of America. Is that an emoji? It isn't coming through. Chaston Williams. I'm not familiar with you. There's a number of people in the chat I'm not familiar with. I have to say, I have a number of people chatting, and I'm like, who is this person? At least they're here wishing me a happy birthday. That's so nice. Who are you, Anon? What brings you here? Oh, that's wonderful. Hi, welcome to the chat from the other side of the world. Well, my name is Terry. I run this channel. I am a normal person with a normal life, normal 9-to-5 job. I'm also an artist. I'm working on a drawing right now. And I go live pretty regularly, I'd say. I go live a couple times a week at least. And I talk about various topics. And I like to encourage a group chat, have people participate. I like to talk about different things, reality as I observe it, my opinions about different matters, different concepts. Yeah, it's all kinds of things. Where are my friends and family? Isn't it my birthday? Well, I will be going out with some friends later today. But yeah, it's my birthday, so my family are, they live away from me, and I live away from them, so they don't tend to come around on my birthday. But I do hear from them. But you know what? It's also a Monday, so a lot of people are also still working or just getting off. But yeah, I'll be seeing a few friends later today when I go out. But in the meantime, I'm just chilling at home with myself, making some art, taking it easy, and chatting, live streaming. Enosh. Sichach z Chasha Nachi. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't remember exactly. Thank you. Thank you, Auntie. Thank you. I mean, it'll be a nice night. It's going to be some nostalgia, you know. We're going to have some. We're going to see a film, a nostalgic film. Childhood favorite is playing in theaters, and I just found out it was released on my birthday as well. Or not on my birthday. The film was released in my birth year. Like I didn't even realize that. So, starring someone who shares my same birthday. All hints about what we're going to see, but it's going to be fun because I've never seen it in theaters. I always grew up watching it. We had it on like VHS. So we had our own copy and seen it a number of times as a child, but I haven't watched it since being a grown-up really, so it'll be nice to go out and see this. And he said it's 3:00 at the nighttime now on Tuesday. Oh my. Oh, the Labyrinth. We're going to see Labyrinth. Yeah, they're playing Labyrinth at one of the theaters in town. So I'm going to check that out. Go see it. Have a little nostalgic moment. It'll be fun. I think, everybody else was going to see it. I kind of wanted to have a more, internal day, but, when everybody else is going to see it, you can't really say no. It's kind of like, oh, I guess I kind of want to see it too. So, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. Tibia. Oh man. I need to study Russian again because my Cyrillic is off. I'm sorry. Я тебя Oflo. What is that? What is that F? What? Tui Ochin. Sharashi. Sharashi. Blogger. Blogger. You something blogger? I don't know. Shirashi? Is that right? Or is it, how is X like I'm trying to remember. It's been a couple of years. I'm sorry. I don't, Russian, it's a language I want to learn. And I have studied a bit, but I really don't know. I only, I do need to, yeah. I clearly have forgotten some of the alphabet here. I'm not reading this. I'm sorry. No, there's no translator, alas. I know. I met a man like last year sometime in the like early summer. He came into our church and he spoke Russian and he had like a translator he would speak into. I only knew a few words. So I just went around introducing him to people in the church. Because I can do that. I was like, oh, здравствуйте. It would be helpful though, because actually there are a number of Russian-speaking people on the West Coast, so it would be good to know a bit more because you do come across people quite a bit, and just to have a little bit more pleasantries, just to be able to say like, that's what I kind of need to learn more is like pleasantries. My name is Sam. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, Amanda. We should all have one. Yeah, probably. He said I'm a good blogger. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sam. That's nice. You think I'm a good blogger? Oh. I haven't blogged in years. I'm all about the blogging now, the videos. Once video came out, there was no room for writing everything out anymore. Oh, thank you. Thank you. French lady from the 20s. I'm a bit like that. I am a bit. He's doing good. He had some food a little bit ago before I went live, and then he's just been taking a nap since. He was walking around a little bit, so. But I think he's having his, after he eats, he usually has a bath and then takes a little nap after his meals. So he's been quiet. I assume he's sleeping. Oh, man. Suichash. Ya. Nabisha. Kaki. Ya. Znaf. O. Angliski. Do. Angliski. Angliski is, I'm assuming that's English. If anybody would like to translate it for me. Oh man. Niet. Niet. Nechitat. I know, I wish I understood too. Nechitat. I hope I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. I don't remember all of the rules with Russian. It's been a few years since I've studied it. I did take Russian in middle school as an elective, so I learned a little bit at the time. of like the alphabet, and it's an introduction, really. I learned some words, but not really how to speak. I did learn how to put a few sentences together, but really nothing substantial. I did like it, though. My teacher was pretty cool. I ended up taking technology classes in high school from her ex-husband. And she actually ended up coming along on one of our one of our field trips that we did in that class, the tech class. So yeah, she joined us, and I was like, hey, it's amazing to see you again. Yeah. But I mean, she could only do so much. She could only teach us so much. There wasn't really any curriculum she had to follow. She kind of was just thrown into it. So she did her best to kind of give us, an understanding of the language. But then I went on to study Latin and French in high school. So I didn't take Russian up again, even though I probably should have. But I don't know, learning Latin and then a Latin language was good too. Hey, Barbara, thank you. Thank you for wishing me a happy birthday. But whatever, yeah. I mean, I have like done Russian on Duolingo a bit, but again, I don't feel like I've really built up a good knowledge of basic use of the language. But maybe it'd be good to kind of revisit it a little bit, because I would like I said, I would like to have a little bit more, just to exchange pleasantries, a lot of the times, because a lot of people that do different like services, deliverers, things like that, I've found speak Russian. So it would be nice to kind of, just be able to, say thank you and that kind of thing when they do things for me, just basic, not anything too extravagant, but it's nice to be able to exchange pleasantries with people in their own language. Yeah, Latin was amazing. I loved Latin. Latin was definitely my favorite to study. It just made so much sense. I think the thing I liked about it too was, I don't know, studying Latin is almost like uncovering language. You know what I mean? Because Latin is the foundation of English. A lot of people think that English is a very Germanic language, or they think that it's Germanic in origin, and it is to a certain degree, but actually 60% of the English language comes from Latin base. And it's not because of the Romans, it's because of the Norman invasion and the French Anglican kind of force, Norman and Anglican history in England. What am I trying to say? So because that was French based, most of English too is based in French, which comes from Latin. So the structure of English is mostly Latin. So kind of studying Latin for me, it was always like kind of like uncovering language or getting to the bones of the language. I do find it very fascinating. And then figuring out how to speak it. I mean, there's a reason too why I think the language itself is part of why Rome was such an incredible civilization. I mean, Latin as well. It was a tongue that was pretty easy for people to learn and trade in. So, yeah, I think it's definitely something important to study. You know, I recommend people study it. It's, you know, pretty exciting and interesting if you speak English anyway. Isn't Latin extinct like the dinosaurs? No. Latin is a living language. It's, like I just said, 60% of English comes from Latin. If you understand the origin of the language you're speaking, you're going to understand speech a lot better. It's going to make you a better thinker, a better speaker. So it's like studying history. It's like studying the history of your own language, really, Latin. And then if you have a good, firm foundation in Latin itself, that leads to learning other languages that are based in Latin as well, because most of Western Europe speaks some language that is founded in Latin. So if you understand Latin and how it's structured, you're going to have an easier time understanding Portuguese, understanding Spanish, understanding French, you know, understanding Romanian. And any of these languages that you wish to learn are based in Latin. And then also we use the Latin alphabet as well. So, I mean, again, it's like studying history. It's like studying anthropology. It's you get something for today from studying this thing from the past. You may not be speaking it, but the education you get from studying it lends itself to modern life in a lot of different ways. So I think studying Latin is very serious. If, you know, I don't have kids, but if I did, they would be learning Latin. Like, I would insist. Yes, they do. They do some Latin. Oh, didn't they speak it in church when you were growing up? Thank you. Hi, Kyle. Hi, Caleb. Thank you, Caleb. Very sweet. Oh, on both. Thank you. Twice. Caleb got me on both. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. It's going good so far. I will have to get off of here in a bit and kind of start to get ready to go out. I'm going to have a good time. I am willing myself to have a good time. I'm just tired, you know. I kind of like, it's winter. I don't want to go out in the evening, but it's when the things are happening. So no, but I mean, not in Catholic school, but I think maybe like, do they speak it during Mass? Although I don't know, because I've never actually attended a Latin Mass. I found out that one of the local Catholic churches does do a Latin Mass on the first Saturday of every month, but I still have yet to attend. It's something I'm interested in listening to, because I do know, like, you know, you watch movies and stuff, so you get kind of, oftentimes they'll be speaking, doing the Mass in Latin. So I've heard it like in films and stuff. I just haven't seen it in person. But yeah, you know, I grew up Protestant, so we English. Everything has been in English. It's always in English. How does it feel knowing that I share a birthday with David Bowie and Elvis Presley? It feels pretty good. But you know, there are living people too that I share a birthday with. A lot of cool people were born on this date, not just them, but it does feel pretty good because they're kind of like, you know, icons. So I definitely always thought it was cool that David Bowie especially and I shared a birthday, because I thought, oh, it means something. And it's cool that I'll be seeing him tonight. I grew up thinking he was so cool, and he was my birthday buddy for a long time until he passed away. Now my birthday buddy is Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un and I share a birthday, so he's one. It could have been R. Kelly if he didn't have such a tragic trajectory of terrible behavior. So R. Kelly also has the same birthday. Who else? Graham Chapman from Monty Python is another one. Graham Chapman, quite an incredible guy. And you know who else? There's an actress, Sarah Polley. She was kind of popular in the 90s. She shares the same birthday. So yeah, a lot of people share this birthday. A lot of iconic people. Legends. It feels legendary, all these different people sharing the same birthday as me. It must mean something special about me. It must mean I'm iconic in some way. I don't know. I mean, Capricorns, they're kind of one of a kind, salt of the earth kind of people, rare, exceptional human beings. Legends, goats, all of that, Anyway, I'm feeling silly. Yeah. Oh, David Bowie. Yeah, he was probably the coolest one, though, obviously. Doesn't get much cooler than him, right? He's just in a class of his own. What a unique individual, prolific artist. Groundbreaking, very influential, all of those good things. Hey, Mimi. How you doing? My coffee. I should drink a little bit more of it. I don't know that I'm going to finish it, though. It's strong, but I have to stay up. So I need it. Right? That's how it works. I haven't been to this theater in a while. I think the last time I went to this theater, they were doing another screening of a film that was, an older film. Oh, what was it? It was Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, 5mm. So, but that was a long time ago. That had to be like 4 or 5 years ago, now that I think about it. Yeah, I mean, mostly I was coloring. So you didn't miss much. It's still going. You drink, I know. I love coffee. I love it. It's good. Yes, it'll be nice. But yeah, Fear and Loathing was nice to see. There was this, I think they were called Mondo Trasho. They were doing different showings of like John Waters films and other things like that. Obviously, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas was not, but I think the next upcoming ones they were doing were some John Waters films. But it's interesting, before the show went on, one of the presenters got up and started saying that they were like saying that Johnny Depp is trash. Like they were trashing him hard. I just think it's funny, like the trajectory of that in the culture. Like he was out for a while and now he's back in. Or I don't know, it's like mixed reviews of him. So I don't think if I went to see something like that today, people would be so comfortable just calling him trash, because the guy just went up there and said, yeah, he's trash, and the audience was kind of like, you know, and he's like, come on, he's trash, you know, the the MC. I was like, okay. So we'll see. I don't think we'll get any David Bowie cancellation talk tonight, because despite the fact that he could have been canceled for a number of things, it's just never sticked. You know, I think some people just, things don't stick to them. So yeah, I love John Waters. I went to see him last year too. He did a Christmas special. He was touring doing like a Christmas special. It was a bit much. It was a bit raunchy, but it was funny and, you know, sweet, and he's very precious, you know, as an individual. John Waters is very, I just love his taste, you know. He's so funny, the way he kind of presents reality in his films. Like they're hyper realistic to the point of being like parody almost. Some of them, like they're so real that they're not real. I don't know, like he just kind of goes there, and he did say something that I thought is really remarkable. He says you have to have really good taste to know what is in bad taste as well. So that's kind of, he makes bad taste films, like things that are in poor taste, but you know, he's able to do that because he's hyper aware of how cringe it all is. I don't know. Quite a mind. Yeah, that was a fun night. We went to see, actually it was all the same women that I'm going with tonight that I went to see John Waters with. So it'll be fun. John Waters is something special. Quite interesting films. Bizarre, sick sometimes. Like, I don't know. But like I said, very hyper realistic, very hyper real, to the point of like being disturbing. I think things are like that sometimes, though. Reality is that way. Sometimes it's just a little too, life's a little too real. I suppose. I mean, but he is very popular too. Like he's found an audience for himself that's pretty big. And he can tone it down for Hollywood a bit, you know, like he's been able to make some kind of more popular, larger films. I love that he like uses a lot of the same actors. I mean, a lot of filmmakers do that though too, but I just like his kind of unique crew of people he's worked with a number of times. It's nice to see them in films. Yeah, it is surreal. Yeah, it is. I like that in a film. Like, I don't want watching a film to be like living normal life either. You know, you kind of want to be transported to this other reality when you watch a film. you want to get lost in it. You want to feel like you've been transported into another world that is like this one, but is different somehow. I think, yeah, the best filmmakers kind of do that well. They make it relatable, but also magical in some way. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I like that too. Because those are things I value, you know. A lot of people lack them, even people that are in the creative field somehow. I mean, there's a real lack of like imagination in a lot of films being made. It's just like it's hard to get excited about them because they're just not exciting. Okay, let me look at this. Still haven't done my survey for my apartment complex wants me to fill out some kind of survey, and they keep sending me emails, but I'm not doing it. Not yet, anyway. Exactly. Vargas asks, how are you and what did I have for breakfast today? What did I have for breakfast? I had some pineapple. Yeah, I had 4 or 5 pieces of pineapple. I guess technically I had coffee. Coffee is the first thing I have. So I had a cup of coffee when I first got up, and then an hour or two later I had some pineapple. And it was good. And then I had my lunch, which was some deli Chinese food and some cake. And this coffee, which I have not finished. And that'll be it for today. I have eaten enough. How is it living here? It's nice for the most part. I mean, like I said, it's raining today, which is kind of a bum. Or I'm sorry, it's kind of a bummer. Kind of put the kibosh on what I wanted to do today, but I have tomorrow off as well, and I should be able to hopefully go out. Yeah. And if not, I mean, I don't know. I do want to go out though. I want to go shopping. There's a couple things I do need to get, so I kind of do want to go out further into town and get some things. If they're recommending I take the train again. I don't really want to take the train. This is a lot to figure out. I'm still figuring out my route. But it's nice here. I mean, the weather is mild. It's not, it doesn't get too cold most of the time or too hot. The air is good, the water is good. People are a little passive aggressive, nothing too bad. Okay, so this is going to get out before 10. Okay, so the transit's pretty good. The transit is pretty good. I'm going to be taking transit today, so I'm going to be just fine. I mean, we have multiple transit systems. I don't want to say multiple transit systems, but we have like trains and buses and streetcars and like lift programs. It's pretty good overall. And it runs pretty late, into the night. They end at like, last ones are usually running between 1 to 2 o'clock. And then they start up again around 5 a.m. So not too long to be without. A lot of frequent services. So just looking at this, I think, yeah, I want to take I have an option here of taking the train or the bus. Now, like, both are good, but I feel like the bus is just going to be closer, which is why I'm inclined to it. But I have options here. I have lots of options. So just kind of taking it all in. No, yeah, the only thing that disinclines me to the max is kind of the train is kind of the trip from the train to where I'm going. I feel like that would be just kind of nasty. I don't like to travel too far when it's dark out on my scooter. You know what I mean? Just because it's just about wanting to be safe. Like, I know that visibility isn't that great in the winter months. So I just, it being darker out, I just want to be safe. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. We'll do little touches before I leave the house just to make sure that everything is on point, but yeah, it should be good. It will be fun times. And it's coming up. It's just hard. I get up early, and I don't, being out late, I'm kind of like, ugh. I'm like, oh, I gotta be up late. And then I'm gonna come back home, go to bed, and get up early again, but be kind of like tired from it. I'll be fine. I have another day to recover before I have to go back to work, so I'll be okay. It's just, I've always been a bit of a homebody anyway. It's just, I like chilling at home. I like being warm. I like not having to, and it's not just that. I just think I prefer more doing things during the day hours than the evening hours. I don't enjoy the nightlife so much. I think it's a bit overrated. I prefer doing activities in the daytime. I think they're more my thing, But most of the time, events and such happen in the evening, so you have to compromise on that. But I don't know. Obviously, not all events happen in the evening, but majority of them do. I just like peace, you know. I don't like dealing with people who might be inebriated or, you know, partying too much. That's always been kind of like something I try to avoid. You know, I got all of my partying out of me in my teen years, so like it's just to me it's just exhausting now. I don't know how people keep it up for decades of their lives. Like some people party for decades. Like that could never be me. I mean, I guess you could, I don't know. It's just much nicer to have a set bedtime and, you know, stay on your schedule, but it's also important to do things, to catch things as they come. I do like live music a lot, so I do go to concerts and that sort of thing a bit. So that's kind of important to me. But I, you know, anytime I go to a concert, I have to take like the next day off. I can't, I have to recover from going out. It's not, maybe that's part of it too. It's stressful on the body to like get out of routine. So I just have to take it easy when I do. I'm just hoping that this won't be too difficult. It's harder in the winter as well, I think. That's the other thing. It just, everything's harder in the winter. The winter is hard on me physically. So going out and doing things in the wintertime is a bit, especially in the evening, it's just a bit much. But anyway, I'm kind of going on about this. I don't need to. Yeah, concerts are nice. It's nice. I love music, you know. I love supporting artists that I like when they come into town, you know. To me, it's important to try to be there and support, you know, your favorite bands and musicians. Um, Although I haven't been paying attention recently to who is going to be in town, I probably should look it up. Just to get an idea of if there's any concerts coming up that I may want to go to this year. As I hate when I miss something that I would have wanted to see. And then there's like certain artists, it's like if they come, if I haven't seen them and I really want to see them, then I kind of make sure I see them, or maybe certain artists that aren't like my favorite, but they're significant in some way. I try to prioritize seeing them too, you know. So I'm going to pull up my Ticketmaster app and see if anything's coming up. They're having a folk festival. Dinosaur Jr. No, thank you. Oh, Dinosaur Jr. are playing two shows. Okay. No, thank you twice. Okay. There is a Beastie Boys, Red Hot Chili Peppers tribute show. Interesting. Oh, yeah, there's not much. This month, anyway, that's probably for the best. I mean, there is a lot. There's just nothing I want to see, is what I should say. No, I don't want to see them. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Come on. Temptations with the Four Tops. Wow, okay, who's left? Too Short is playing on February 9th. That might be fun. Oh, wow, Devotchka. Dropkick Murphys St. Patrick's Day tour. Oh, my. Feist. Yeah, no, thank you. Mark Anthony is coming to town. That's exciting. Yes, I do. I do love Morrissey's my favorite singer. My favorite band is called a group called Suede. I do like The Cure as well. But yeah, Morrissey's definitely my favorite singer, I would say. Like, yeah, Mark Anthony. I used to have a little crush on him when I was a teen. He's fine. I saw some women hating on him on Facebook because he's got like a young girlfriend, or not girlfriend, wife. Ooh, Alan Doyle. Is that who I think it is? Alan Doyle. They got 2 resale tickets. Am I right about that? I feel like Alan Doyle is that the Alan Doyle that I'm thinking of? Okay, let's see. No, I don't think it is. I'm thinking of someone else. Canadian musician and actor. Okay. Lead singer of the Canadian folk rock band Great Big Sea. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Mixing him up with a different Alan. Mattis Yahoo, oh my. Amy Grant, oh my. Fall Out Boy. Never had a Fall Out Boy, period. They were... Oh, Ministry is playing. Ministry at the Roseland March 1st. Okay, and all they have available are some resale tickets, which are like, wow. $158. Okay, to see, I don't know, not to go to this venue. No, that's so disrespectful. Suede is spelled like the leather processing. Suede, Suede. They are a Britpop group, or at least they started out that way. They started out as a kind of first kind of big Britpop group to come out 93. It's guitar based, like pop music. They're a bit glam inspired a little bit, I would say, but they've they're experimental. They've worked with a lot of different kind of sounds. They're a bit poppy. I'm just really fond of them. Their whole mythos, they're they're underrated. They didn't get as much attention as a lot of their their contemporaries did. So I love an underdog, I guess. Yeah, I'm not paying $158 to see Ministry. That is ridiculous. And that's the cheapest ticket. The rest of them are like over $200 for a resale ticket. Like, rude. Yeah, they're pretty. You probably would like their first album. It's very dreamy. It's self-titled, so check it out. If you like that album, it'll make you interested to hear more of their stuff. Their most pop album is called Coming Up. It's like a party album. But I think you kind of have to like them already to get into them. I feel like with me, I don't know, they kind of grew on me, but I've loved them as my favorite band since I was a teenager. Like they'll always have my loyalty. I love Suede. I actually have a book. Oh, it's on my other desk over here that the bassist wrote. Just came out past year. I haven't read it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything good. Like, we're into March. There's like some big names playing in town, but nobody I'm really into. Okay, Melissa Etheridge is coming to town. Wow. That might be kind of fun, Melissa Etheridge. My dad loved her. Okay, again, resale tickets. Wow. Wow, with the resale people. Clearly, I'm in the wrong trade. I need to just buy and resell tickets. Clearly. Clearly, that's what I need to be doing because this is ridiculous. To go to that venue, like, come on. I'd heard about people doing this. It wasn't this bad though the last time I kind of was. So I guess I'm just going to have to be. But I mean, that's months away. That is months away, and people have already bought up all the tickets and are reselling them. KMFDM. Here they have some resale tickets, but they're like a reasonable price. Oh, it's at I don't want to go there. I'm kind of particular about like the venue too. Sleater Kinney, oh my. You know that's going to be a show, a scene show. All the Portland people will be there. Let's see. Michael W. Smith is playing in Salem. Interesting. Michael W. Smith. He did that No Myth song, right? Chris Tomlin is playing, okay, in May. He's like a Christian singer, and he's doing the Moda Center. Church presale. I don't like going to that big theater, though. I don't like a big theater. You like Melissa Etheridge? Yeah, Beautiful Ones. That's like their big hit off of their pop album Coming Up. It's a fun song. I used to put it on like my work playlist. We had this work playlist we put, and I figured that one I could slide in. And you know what? Some of my coworkers, they liked it. And this sucks. Adam Ant is in town, but he's not in town. He's going to be playing in Salem. So he's on tour, but he's going to Salem, Oregon, not Portland. Like, why are you going to Salem? Salem is not. Why are you going to Salem? Why aren't you playing in Portland? That doesn't make sense. Why are you going to Salem? You're too big for Salem. But then again, Amy Grant was playing in Salem too. Oh, they're doing a Celtic Woman production at the Schnitzer. God, and these are all resale tickets as well. What a drag. Who is buying up all these tickets? Oh my God, Ash. Ash. Okay, these are resales, but they're like under $50, which makes sense. Ash. Oh my God, the Postal Service, Death Cab for Cutie, playing Give Up and Transatlanticism. Wow. Okay, so all they have is platinum seating. So all I need is $300. I'm not even like a big fan of it. I just feel like that would be such a millennial moment. Belle and Sebastian are playing town. Okay. They come through here a lot. I still haven't seen them. Wow, $263 for a ticket. Again, at like not a very nice venue. This is wild. Oh my God. Okay. I'm learning just looking through this right now. I'm looking and yeah, something does need to be done about this. People can't just be buying up well, I guess they can, but it's kind of whack. Alanis Morissette is on tour this year. 30 Seconds to Mars. Oh, they're playing out in Washington. No, thank you. No, thank you. The Foo Fighters. Oh dear, they're having some kind of festival. Yuck. Oh, you like the song? Sweet. Yeah, yes. I'm glad you like Suede. They're good. Okay. This Loserville 2024, the headliners are Limp Bizkit. Corey Feldman will be there. Okay, yikes. Green Day is going to be playing in September. Okay, Peter Hook is coming to town. Maybe I'll go see Peter Hook. I haven't gone to see him yet. It would be nice to see him. And they are resale tickets, but they're not over $200, so that's nice. Then it kind of cuts off. Aerosmith is on their farewell tour with the Black Crowes. I would not want to go to that show. I can just imagine. The crowd would be insufferable. Plus, I don't like that theater. I don't like the big amphitheater. I mean, I went to see The Cure there, and that was hard enough. But like, I can't be, yeah. So I don't know. Looking at the concerts available so far this year, I'm kind of feeling underwhelmed by them. Alas, what can one do? I am shocked though at the pricing of some of these resale tickets. It's pretty ridiculous. Oh, that's nice. I don't know. What do you do with these? Like, what? Why? Why would you buy up all the tickets and then price gouge them? Like, it's so to go to some of these venues. These venues are like like I think the Bell and Sebastian ticket was $263, and the venue they're playing at is not nice. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's not the kind of venue that you should be paying for general admission, standing room only to go see that band. I mean, I'm somewhat privileged in that, when I go to a concert, I, get ADA accommodations. So with general admission, that usually means that I get a pretty good spot. Like I always have good visibility with a general admission show, but like, still, I don't want to like, I mean, I like Bell and Sebastian, but I don't like them that much. And they're not even getting that money. That's the other thing too. It's like, this isn't even the band making that money. Like, why would I want to make you a scalper that money? Why would I want to give that money to you and not the band? Like, if I really wanted to see them that much, why would I? But then I'm just giving you like $200 more than you paid for the ticket. That doesn't make sense. It's just, it's sleazy. It's sleazy. What a sleazy trade. It's not even a trade. It's just people taking advantage of a situation to make some money. Well, I hope they don't sell that ticket. That's what I hope. I hope they lose that investment because everybody sees it and rolls their eyes and thinks, no way am I paying that much to go to that concert. I mean, really, it's rude. And people who like actually love music too. I feel like there's so many people who don't really love music the way they should. Like, this is how you're treating the music. This is how you're treating it. This life-giving force that we are all privileged to be able to experience. You are treating it like this. Because, music is so powerful. It really affects people. It really moves people. It influences people. Like, we have personal relationships with these artists. Like, they mean so much to us. When you become a fan, it's an honor to be a fan. It really is. And so I just, you get caught up in these people and what they're creating, and you're part of it when you're a fan. It's important. And like, I don't like people diminishing that or exploiting that, Don't exploit that. It's important. It's special. I'm so upset now. I'm just thinking about that. Like, who are these awful people? Or like, yeah, the Ministry tickets. Like, I would like to go to that show. It's the first one that came up I wanted to go to. And then I see the resale tickets. I'm like, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Not happening. Anyway, it's a bummer. Alas. It's 5:22. I have to leave here in about a little less than an hour. So I'll be hopping off here in the next couple of minutes. Thank you for those of you who showed up to my stream today, all the well-wishers. Even got a donation from Dee Dee for my birthday. That's kind of you to do that. I will look forward to YouTube finally paying that out whenever they do. And I don't know what else to say. I am a year older. Wow. It's so funny. I think about that too, because I'm like, yesterday when my friends were here, I was like, tomorrow I'm going to be a whole year older. But really, it was a process that took a year's time, didn't it? I didn't just get older in one day. That's just when the number turns, but really it's each day that drags on. So I I guess, that's just funny how we think about it, how we measure it. But I am looking forward to a new year, I'm looking forward to a new year and what this year brings me and what I bring to it as well. Like, it's exciting to look forward and think, what the potential things I'm going to do this year are, what I'm going to achieve in my personal, professional life, what things are going to change, what things are going to stay the same. It's exciting. And then after my birthday, I usually stop celebrating. So it'll be nice for the holidays to be over for me. Because mine get a little prolonged. Oh, hey, Play It So Fast. I saw you this morning, but hi, thank you. Thank you for wishing me a happy birthday again. Yeah. I'm wise beyond my years. Thank you. Thank you. I guess. All that life. I got all that life crammed into the early part of my life. So I was reading the Bible today too. I was started rereading the book of Proverbs. I'll read this to you. I took a picture of it to save and think about, but where is it? Yeah. Come on, pick it up. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity, to give prudence to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and increase learning, and a man of understanding will attain wise counsel. To understand a proverb and an enigma, the words of the wise and their riddles. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. It is important to fear the Lord. It is true. All wisdom comes from that. Because God will teach you to fear him. God will take you and show you your foolishness. And you will be truly humbled. If you're listening and if you're tired enough, you know what I mean? Sometimes you get humbled many times before you recognize that you've been humbled. And I believe that God has a sense of humor with how we are dealt with a lot of the time. He tends to have a sense of humor in how he goes about these things. But I will say that, yes, to be wise is, I don't know. People do tell me I'm wise sometimes. I do think I have some wisdom to me, definitely. But believe me, my wisdom, I am quite aware of its limitations. Just from my own experience. Obviously, because I have been in many a folly at the same time. You know, I may be wise, but I still have stumbled and found myself in some foolish antics, wondering, how did I get here? Oh, I wasn't fearing God. So, yeah, I'll just leave you all with that reminder. Like, usually when you find yourself in that kind of predicament, you can kind of be like, oh, right. I wasn't really thinking about what actually matters, which is my soul. Thank you, Dorinda. Yeah, I'm a human being too. We all have our, well, you know, we all have our ways of being. But thank you. Thank you for your compliments about my intelligence and wisdom and the fact that you're seeing me happy. I have been pretty happy lately, I think. There are certain things that, you know, I do have a melancholy disposition about. That is my way. But I think it is my nature to be happy. And I think once I figured that out about myself, that I do have this kind of very bubbly, happy sort of nature, I kind of, things made a lot more sense for me. Like I kind of understood, like, hey, you know, this world wants us to go against our nature a lot of the time. I think, you know, it wants us to forget what our gifts are. It wants us to forget the way we're made. It wants us to forget, you know, our purpose and function. It wants to distract us and get us off our track, right? The world is full of those kind of distractions and things that attack us on a spiritual level, you know, and make us forget who we are. But uncovering like your true nature, you'll be very surprised. You will surprise yourself, you know, when you remember yourself and you put yourself back together and you're like, yeah, actually, I am bubbly. I am happy. I am generally kind of, I'm not meant to be this hard-hearted, heavy-hearted, you know, sorrowful person. I'm not meant to carry all that. I'm supposed to be light and free and happy and full of joy and to bring joy to others and to smile and to be happy in life, to appreciate it, you know. I think it just kind of, I don't know, I woke up, you know, I don't know what else to say. I woke up, I remembered myself, I found myself. I forgot and then I found, and then I was like, oh, okay. This is actually my nature. That miserable person isn't me. It was never me. It was never meant to be me. I was always meant to be, you know, I think to have that tendency toward that. Play It So Fast, it says that most Capricorns have a tendency towards melancholy. I do think that is true. I find, you know, like there's a lot of beauty in it. It's there, I mean, and you know what? I have an appreciation for the dark side of life, you know. I have a love of like the bizarre, the unusual, the strange, dark things. Like here, got a spider here, you know. I love the little, you know, I think darkness is a part of life, and the more you're able to deal with it, the happier you're able to be. And yeah, there is beauty in it. Like I think a lot of people put too much emphasis on, I don't know, we have a very skewed emphasis and attitude towards what happiness looks like, what beauty is, and You know, when you really stop and experience things and you look deeper at what you're going through in life, you are able to appreciate the beauty in things that other people don't. And because of that, you know, it makes your spirit stronger and it makes you more resilient and it makes you happier, you know? If you can like view the darkness of the world, if you can view the sorrowful side of life, you know, if you can look at it and appreciate it for what it is, you have such a deeper respect for everything, you know, and you're not influenced by your reality as much. You kind of become more powerful in a way because you step into the role of observer. You're not letting the reality affect who you are. You are having an impact on the reality. Maybe, I don't know if I've communicated that perfectly here, but do you all understand what I'm saying? Like, you want to be at the cause. You don't want to be at the effect, you know, and you want to be the one that's making use of your reality. You don't want to be the one that's being infected by your reality. So if you can kind of be around the sorrowful things, the sadness, the misery, if you can be around that but not be of it, like that's big. And part of that is learning to appreciate its role. Yeah, you have to, like, there's no there's no life without pain. There's no life without suffering. You know, I talk to the people about that because of the like pain issues I have. People will often want to talk to me about it, or, you know, have a conversation like about the pain that I like deal with. That's one thing, for example, like chronic pain. Yeah, if I focused on how bad that felt or how much pain I was in, I never would appreciate life, you know. And you look at the people who they only see that, and you have to just understand that like suffering is a part of life. You have to understand it, and you not just that, you have to accept it. A lot of people don't accept. They still struggle about the fact that they have to deal with pain of some kind, whether it be emotional, physical, whatever. It's like, and to me, I just shrug my shoulders. You know, I don't let it oppress my spirit. You know what I mean? It may be affecting my body, but it's not going to affect my spirit because I know it's just something that we have to endure in life. You know, nobody gets out of this world alive. We all have our cross to bear, you know, and it's important that we bear it well. It matters how we bear our cross. Like, are you bearing your cross well, or are you like huffing and puffing about it? Are you like kicking at it? Are you like throwing it down with your arms crossed, saying, I'm not going to carry my burden? You know, like, it's not fair that I got dealt this hand. Like, no, you know, it's not fair, but, you know, nobody's life is fair. Everybody goes through something. Everybody deals with pain. You don't get out of it. The better you deal with it, the better off you'll be. That's just my advice. I don't know if anybody watching is dealing with anything like that, but like, it's not even the worst pain I deal with. The worst pain is like emotional, you know, like that's the real stuff. The physical pain is like, I don't want to dismiss it. It can be hard sometimes. But you do like, it's not going to like doesn't get me down the way people expect it to. Like, I'm not going to let it get me down. I deal with it. It is what it is. But I'm not going to let it affect who I am or, the fun I have, the joy I get to experience, the happiness in my life, because it's my nature to be happy. Thank you. That's nice. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Yeah, I know. It's about acceptance. Acceptance is more than anything else. Like, a lot of people will intellectually understand this, but it takes them years to actually accept that it means they're going to suffer. Like, in this life, you will suffer. Nobody's not going to. You're going to experience something. And you just have to bear it as best you can and make the best of it. And again, not let it break your spirit, because the spirit is what is eternal. Then that's what matters most. Like, people remember your spirit. They don't think about when they interact with you, when they remember you over time, over the years, how you made them feel, the impression you gave them, the way they felt in your presence matters. So what kind of spirit were you in? What was the spirit you were engaging in? Like, that leaves the impression that people have on you in this life. So to me, it's important that, they get the happy side of me. People are left with the positivity that I had. But anyway, I gotta go. It's 5:40 and I need to kind of put myself together, touch myself up, and kind of get out of here. So thanks for hanging out. I was on a bit longer than I thought, but my auntie was here. So okay. Well, I'll have a good evening. I'll be back another time. Take care.